Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the blue Wehrmacht player, Ostheer player, SigmunD. Spawn on the north side as the red Soviets. We have a foreign name. We do got me a Dr. Lock-in of Ostrupen. Excuse me. Of course, we got immediate MG42 into some Ostrupen.
A Maschinengewehr team is awaiting orders.
Over here, we got the combat engineers trying to capture up some points. Conscripts eyeing towards perhaps the fuel point after capturing this point here. Got second conscript squad being deployed on out. Pioneers can capture that strategic point there, and Ostrupen are moving towards the center. MG42 moving around, capture some points. We got the Ostrupen squad coming to support the MG42 as well. Mission point will be secured by the MG42, because the Ostrupen are going to be eyeing for this northern point here. More squads of Ostrupen has been deployed on out. Now we got the conscript squad receiving quite a bit of fire right there. It does get suppressed by the MG42, no problem. Now he does of course spot the two squads of Ostrupen, that of course indicates what doctrine's gone for. So there's now no secret to this. Honestly, one had to compete both Ostrupen and community defensive doctrine selected. But now the Ostrupen are making their advance. The conscripts are behind some heavy cover there. That would be good. And there's actually a lot of light cover for the Ostrupen to get their combat bonuses from. When Ostrupen models have gone down, as the conscripts engaging from behind heavy cover, MG42 is coming to support as well. And we do have now a third squad of Ostrupen now deployed on the field. Usually, I would say go no more than 2 Ostrupen. Go for Battle Phase 2, or Battle Phase 1, and then get out some Panzergrenadiers. Ostrupen are nice, but they're not ridiculously good. Good damage there onto the conscripts, and the Ostrupen squad should be able to secure up that sector, especially with the support of this Ostrupen squad. On the right side, we got the conscripts versus the pioneers. Conscript squad can come forward and easily win the fight for the combat engineers. Combat engineers have fallen back, and the VP is captured. There's soon to be a triple capture in favor of the Ostheer player, which means that's no, there's gonna be a lot of early tickets, that's for sure. Ostrupen squad does get burned up a little bit. Combat MG42 is engaged in the combat engineers. We got a second combat engineer into Maxim deployed on out. And the combat engineers does get outside the garrison now. And since the Ostrupen are not in cover, they get 1/3 accuracy, or 1/2 accuracy of the base rifle. And they get ×3 when they're in cover, so take that how you will of what is actually accuracy and not accuracy.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Conscripts and combat engineers trying to close on Ostrupen. The Ostrupen's getting some good damage there on the conscript squad. And over here, we've got the Maxim now engaging the MG42. Maxim's not being engaged while the MG42 is, so the MG42 is currently suppressed and soon to be pinned. The constant catch with the fuel point now. We do got the med bunker going on down, so he needs to try to get some medics. If you take a quick look at the bulletins for the Wehrmacht player, we got the Assault Grenadiers that only affects Assault Grenadiers, not regular Grenadiers, nor Ostrupen. Storm Alliance that only affects Stormtroopers, and the Panzergrenadiers Commando style, which also does affect Stormtroopers. In other words, he needs one only bolt he can get to support out his forces are the Panzergrenadier.
Is attempting to steal our sector. The bunker is now a field hospital.
Starting to get healed on up right there. And the music suddenly just dies down. Sandbags have been deployed out, trying to protect that heavy, that munitions point. Combat engineers trying to push their way forward as well. And now we've got the Ostheer advancing towards center sector. Combat engineers are getting overran by the Ostheer. And now the Maxim's starting to fire. Trying to get some shots off, but does get flanked, and it's a line sight blocking the way. Not necessarily flank. Conscript Squad is pushing way forward, but the Ostheer do have their in cover bonus. And this Ostheer Squad does get some shots onto that Conscript Squad. The Conscript Squad is quite wounded, does go drop a model there as well. Maxim's trying to find a good angle, but may just need to push on forward. Though this Conscript Squad does get forced on back.
We are losing a sector.
Combat engineers are behind the munitions point there. We've got this combat engineer squad out in the field as well. We've got some guards. We have the mechanized support tactics deployed on out in the field. Good flame reverse there onto the Maxim as this Ostheer squad does get forced back. Does get inside this garrison there. Not exactly a good garrison for Ostheer. And those flame bursts got some good hits in as well. Getting some good damage there as well. Does get forced back to Maxim there, but the Ostheer squad will need to fall back relatively shortly. Of course, we do have medics back at home. Flamer versus Flamer, but the Pioneers SMGs will do better work, and does get some good flame reverse there as well, seeing the Ostheer squad was quite wounded. Guards riflemen are sort of getting weirdly split apart. May receive some flame reverse there under these three models. Down south, got the Conscript Squad flanking around, trying to capture the strategic point. MG42 is pushing me forward as well. We got two MG42s, and it's not from the supply drop.
The sector is at risk.
Good suppression there onto the guards riflemen. And that point does get captured. There's a weird point to go for. Perhaps should have gone for the field points of the strategic point. That's not even a cutoff point. This guardsman does get fully pinned, but the Maxim's now firing against the MG42. Sending some rounds in return, trying to get some good suppression return, but the guards riflemen have recovered suppression systems out of combat, getting reduced suppression, or increased suppression recovery. And now the MG42 is now falling on back.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Now we got a Panzer Grenadier deployed out on the field, or being deployed out. Let's see, what battle phases he's got for us. Well, have a bit of trouble selecting, and we do now have the support armor corps now deployed on the field. He does have 40 fuel, so he's a little bit far away from Ostheer or Panzer IV. Probably not a good idea to go for Stug at the moment.
Supply lines have been cut.
And over here, we do not see any sort of extra HQs. No tier 3, 2, or no tier 1, 2, 1, 3, or 4. Blah. Can't speak. That was a blast and barbed wire from the sandbags. Very nice.
Conscripts. The enemy is taking what we have
Now
secured.
Molotovs and AT grenades available. And we got some LMGs now deployed on out by the Obsatsen as well. Not Obsatsen, Ostheer.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
And these grenadiers are trying to make their advance. We do got some more wire being deployed on out. And over here, we got the conscripts engaging the Volksgrenadiers. Not Volksgrenadier, Ostheer. You can all my words mixed up now. This wire does not complete. This wire is almost destroyed. And there's plenty of munitions there for more LMGs. LMGs on the Oshtrupen, they are full 60, and I think they do get benefit. They do benefit from the cover of combat. Pioneers charging forward does find a good flame burst there onto the conscript squad.
Supply sector under attack.
Conscripts do get suppressed there by the Maxim. And now these conscripts are behind some heavy cover, trying to gauge out. The Flamer squad could advance forward, but decides to stay back in heavy cover as the commandeers capture the strategic point. Over here, the guards rifleman finds the MG42, does get suppressed there, but the Maxims can fire some bursts in return. The Ostroopers do get a good flank there as well, going to the light cover to get better accuracy. And good hits there on the Maxim, but will quickly be suppressed. Decides to spread apart the Oshtrupen, trying to avoid them both being suppressed quite quickly. And now we've got a mortar now running in. It's a PM41 mortar. 9-4 barrage onto perhaps the MG42, maybe onto the Oshtrupen. Actually, something over here. Oshtrupen squad will need to fall back relatively shortly. Firing a barrage on that MG42. This MG42 is quite wounded, does get pinned or suppressed hit by the flanking conscript squad.
We are losing territory.
Oshtrupen may receive some more mortar hits. It's just blind barrage in that area, which actually is not the area we're at. One well-placed mortar hit, or not well-placed mortar hit, because it has scattered out pretty wide, will wipe out the Oshtrupen squad. This Oshtrupen squad, however, does get forced back by the Flamer and conscripts. Well, mostly by the Flamer. Engineers are behind heavy cover there. Good position for them, but the Flamer engineers can push them forward. Moving them behind this tractor will be a good spot. That should be in range while being heavy cover as well. As he move back a little bit, he forces him into light cover, but he's still in light cover as well, and avoids the extra damage from being heavy cover. But he's still very stacked up, which will allow him to sustain extra AoE damage. Oshtrupen are receiving quite a bit of fire there from the Flamer combat engineers. Pioneers and combat engineers engaging out, but looks like combat engineers should be able to win out. They're much more spread out, and plus the bolt action rifles are better at longer range.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Armor-piercing senior rounds was utilized. Conscript squad should be overran towards something to the nearby Panzer Grenadiers. Not all of the Oshtrupen have been upgraded with LMGs. This one could be upgraded with LMGs now. I doubt he's saving up his munitions for a whole bunch of railway artillery, but he can always bring in some railway artillery. Funnel grenade does get thrown. Small splash damage there. Gets one model. Panzer IV has deployed on out. It's also being immediately upgraded to Pinto Mount. And now the conscript squad is engaging the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers squad does fall back. We've got the Maxim trying to engage these forces as the Panzer IV does force back that conscript squad. Oshtrupen do get suppressed there, but the Panzer IV is in the region. You may want to fall back one of these squads there. And mortar hit. Gets some great splash damage there, and that next mortar hit got a good hit there, and gets a full squad wipe. That was the squad without the LMG42, but still, that's something you don't want to lose. But I suppose it's Oshtrupen. They're not exactly the greatest things. They're not as great as sliced bread.
The enemy is attempting to
So honestly,
steal our sector.
avoid eating too much bread. At least in the States, our bread is made with honey, and it's just has a whole lot of calories in it. Good hits there on the Maxim as it falls back. Mortar is being overran. Flamer bursts into the guards' rifle infantry. forces him back. That guards right from the infantry squad could be wiped out. Do we see any grenades or bundle grenades on the retreat path? We do not. Not really thinking of seeing computers too ultra often. Actually, no, we do see it there, and that was a complete whiff. Yeah, that was a shame. Though this conscript squad could get wiped out even by the Flamer Pioneer. They're sort of focusing down the conscript squad now. Panzer Grenadiers do get the wipe there. Hello, Rebel. We got the MG42 engaging, forcing back the other Combat Engineer squad. This one is this landmine right there as well. And this Combat Engineer does get some good damage on the MG42. Blah, I can't speak. Maxim's pushing way forward. We got the Panzer Force quite. It has only received one shot there. Not quite wounded, but is wounded. Another Pioneer being deployed out, which would be useful for repairs.
Ready for assignment.
The Pioneers do drop a model there, stopping the capture of the fuel point. Pioneers do fall back now over here. We do got the Panzer Grenadiers all trooping, making their advance. And it is Veteran C1 and does nail a landmine there. Very well. Ooh, and there's a full squad wipe. Nice hit there from the Panzer IV. Panzer IV has not received any repairs just yet, which is fine for the time being. And now we do have quite a bit of fuel and manpower stored up for the Soviet player. He may be saving up for the ISU 152. Panzer IV is pushing way forward. And the mortar does receive a couple model drops there. Panzer IV getting repaired on up. He has gone towards Battle Phase 3, so now he's able to pull out Panthers, Brumbars, and Panzer Workers, assuming he has a tech structure for it. Panzer Grenadiers getting some good flank hits down the Guards Riflemen. The Guards Rifle is getting splitting fire between the two squads as well. And the Obstinate squad will need to fall back up to shortly, but they did get some good work done. This gun does find a hit there onto the Panzer IV. A couple more landmines there. The Panzer Grenadiers do avoid them. And I heard a trip flare there, so he does find a trip flare. T-34-76 advancing. We'll find a very good hit there on... not a good hit there. Not very good hit. Pioneers are pushing way forward. We got the MG42 potentially receive a Molotov from the conscripts. Though a little bit of missed opportunity, he may not be paying attention too much. The Pioneers did stop the capture as well. Panzer IV does have a little bit of repairs onto it, so now it can still withstand 3 shots and not die.
Troops ready for action.
Guards Riflemen being deployed on out.
The sector is at risk.
Yes, comrade.
T-34-76 may find a hit on these forces. And Panzer IV coming to respond to... Oh, no. Panzer IV does receive a good hit. T-34-76 receives a hit as well. Panzer Grenadiers pushing way forward. We've got the Guards Infantry squads do get upgrade Panzer Shreks, but do fall back immediately.
Supply sector under attack.
Now we do got another Panzer IV being pulled out. Looks going for a whole lot of Panzer IVs. Even though he has the next battle phase, he's not going for anything that tech structure, which he doesn't have built just yet. Molotov has been thrown, which will burn the Osttruppen. The Osttruppen have fallen back now. Now the Maxim started lining up a shot there on the Pioneer squad over here. We got a nice pin there on the Guards Riflemen. He could throw a bundle grenade on top of them. That'll force him back. Let's get a recovery suppression there. Oh, and the T-34-76 finds a direct hit there on the Panzer Grenadiers, taking them out. This gun finds a hit there as well. MG42 sees quite a bit of fire as well. Both the Panzer IVs need some repairs. Perhaps just keep them back for the time being. Panzer squad's advancing forward as well. It does lose the MG42 squad. Maybe use a put a bundle grenade in the middle of them. Should potentially wipe out that squad, or at least threaten to wipe them out. Throws out the bundle grenade there, and does get a good hit there. Only one SCG's up, and does not get any shots off.
The enemy is taking what we have secured. We have an isolated sector.
Let's get some good hits there on the Osttruppen. And more good hits there on the Osttruppen squad. So we've got now the Panzer IVs. Ooh, that was receiving a lot of PTRS fire. Main gun destroyed. And he does not find any follow-up shots there. Still needs to fall back with it. Now he's starting to dance around. And that's a Maxim, not a Zis gun. ISU 152
tanks are now available to wreak havoc on enemy fortifications.
So he has ISU 152 tanks now available, which will of course allow him access to the ISU 152. Needs a bit more fuel fit. He cancels the T-34-76. He's going to save up for the ISU 152. Does go for another Zis gun as well to aid him not having any additional armor assets. Going for an ISU-85 wouldn't be half bad either. ISU 152 is a good unit, but it's a little bit far away.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Another Zis gun has been deployed on out. And starts pushing his way forward with these support weapons. Over here, we've got the Panzer IV advancing forward as well. Potentially could find some rear armor hits there onto the T-34-76. Does find some good hits there as well. And does get himself forced back. We got the good hit there by the Panzer IV, force fire on the ground there. Panzer II connect, getting some great hits there as well. The Panzer T-34 2 shots to death. Does have a landmine right here as well, but looks like a swept. I'm not sure where his minesweeper is. His minesweeper's right there, so potentially could have spotted. Great hit there on the guards rifleman. Does find a hit there as well.
We have 200 points remaining.
Pioneers getting some good hits there onto the guards riflemen. And just force back the Pioneers. And force pushing way forward as well. Gets a good hit there. T-34-76 trying to find a hits there. Does roll up and miss. Good hits there onto the T-34-76. Does force him back there. We got the Maxim forcing back the Panzer Grenadiers. Was unable to flank and throw a bundle grenade. And the Panzer IVs do receive some repairs. Does find the Zis gun shot there onto the Panzer IV, as well as a lot of plinks there with on the Panzer IV itself. Almost goes down right there. Got a mark target there onto the Panzer IV. Up here, we've got the Obersassen and Panzer Grenadiers advance as well. We do find a flank there on the Maxim. The Maxim does reposition, however. And the frag grenade has been thrown. Obersassen does, or Ostheer can do avoid that grenade there as well, but the guard's rifle infantry does not. Does get some suppression there as well, but it does receive suppression there from the MG42. Thanks to the fact that his crew members are forward, it's able to receive the suppression up front. Panzer Grenadiers does get fully pinned there. Ostschuppen and Panzertricks are advancing forward as well. Panzerfaust does connect as well, but does not get the engine crit because he fired it a little bit too early. Good hit there by the Panzertricks as well. And does throw out a bundle grenade. Panzer Grenadiers will need to fall back a little shortly as well, as this Panzer IV squad is advancing. Good hits there, and does receive a hit there from this gun right there. This gun's receiving quite a bit of hits. And how's this gun's going to try to crawl away? We do have the Guards Rifleman going to capture the point, and the AT gun does get decrewed there. Ostschuppen do fall back. S4 received quite a bit of hits there, and now we've got a Burn Borer on the field. That should be effective anti-infantry. SigmunD effective anti-infantry. The ISU-152 has enough fuel now to be deployed on out, just needs more manpower. He has population space for it as well. And over here, do got the MG42 push away setup right there. Maxim does find it, does get suppressed first. And now the Flame Engineer is going to push his way forward. We do got the T-36 here, should be able to win out that fight, no problem. Decided to fall back. Combat Engineers captured the point. And good hit there on the MG42. Panzer IV receiving some hits there. And Pioneers trying to repair it up while in combat. That's not a good thing. Burn finds a good hit. Pioneers need to fall back. So does the Panzer IV. Another good hit there. Burn advancing. No Pinto Mount upgrade.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Good Panzer hit there as well. Mortars rained a little bit up north. And looks like saving up for the ISU-152 now. ISU-152 has been deployed on the field. Immediately being upgraded to Dishka. It's a good idea not to upgrade the Dishka if your opponent has a loiter. In this case, he knows what Dr. his opponent's gone for. He knows there's no loiter. Brumbar received a hit there, but so does the T-36. Brumbar received another hit in, and Mortar does rain on down.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Now's the deadly hit there. I was in the middle of drinking my drink. No infantry's now safe with that ISU on the field. He may need to pull ahead. He's a pop cap. Going out of pack 40 won't exactly be great either. You can always drop some with the supply drop as well. But the Panzer IVs need to hit that T-34 and then hit that ISU-152. The ISU-152 poses a massive threat to its infantry. Panzertricks will not be able to do much there. Force fires and destroys that sandbag.
The sector is at risk.
MG42 face up, setting up on a wrong angle. Let's rotate around. Good hits there. And does suppress and pin the guard's rifleman.
We are down to 100 points.
As the force starts making its way forward, trying to get some hits. And the MG3042 does fall back. We do see a Panzerfaust being fired. The MG42 does go down. Two Panzerfaust was fired, snaring the engine of the T-34. Now the Panzer Force pushing way forward as well. There's some landmines in this region that is not swept. And the Sisguns do find some good hits there on that Panzer IV. They are out of arc, or at least that the wounded one, the severely wounded one. And now the Burn Bar's pushed way forward. It may find one of these AT mines.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Good, it's there. And now the Pioneer did receive a model drop there. Burn Bar's advancing. There is a landmine there, but it's right on top of these, underneath the Sisgun, so that landmine could be more detrimental at this point in time. Burn Bar's receiving some hits there. We've got a mortar flare. Transport sees a hit there. Trying to go for the guard squad. No need to fall back, but now we've got the railway artillery now coming on down. And it will come down in a big fashion. That first one will detonate that landmine. It does decrew that Sisgun. Next round could wire scan out wide. Finds a good hit there and detonates that landmine. Detonating those landmines is actually very, very important. Last round. Landed right there. And my frames dropped for a brief moment. Because of that. Panzer IV is pushing way forward as well. We do got the Panzer Grenadiers captured the point there as well. Obersatzen trying to make the advance percent, and that Flamer could have got some more damage on that Obersatzen or Ostheer squad. I keep on saying Obersatzen. I say the word Ostheer so few at a time. I say another word that starts with O. Panzer Grenadiers do fire. Mortar hit does connect. Good bundle grenade there as well. Retreat back the wrong squad. And the Panzer IV, not Panzer IV, T-34 is falling back. Ooh! And the Panzer Grenadiers do find death in the hands of the ISU-152.
We are losing territory.
And does get landmine detonation there with the Ostheer squad. And good hit there onto the Sisgun. Does use a mark target ability onto the Burn Bar. The Burn Bar will avoid any additional damage for the time being. ISU-152 switching before as well. Has high explosive rounds equipped. It does not find the conscripts. And that aircraft could allow the Pioneers to be shot by the ISU-152. And they do receive a hit there, but they still have the models. They decide to fall back entirely. Burn Bar can receive some shots there. Receives 2 bounces there. Sisgun set up behind that broken hedge line. Nova here, Panzer tries to push his way forward, but receives lots of fire and gets fully wiped as well. He is out of Panzer Grenadiers. Probably not a good idea to pull out more Panzer Grenadiers, at least not for Panzer Shreks. He needs a Panther. He does have quite a bit of fuel and manpower, so going for a Panther wouldn't be half bad. Burn Bar's being chased down. Got a Telemine right there. Good hit there. T-34-76 rolls that you missed there. The full health Panzer IV is pushing towards the middle of the map. And there goes the Burn Bar. And the Panzer IV, if he would have come over there and support his Burn Bar, he potentially could have got a kill there and saved the Burn Bar. Soviet players have 16-14 tickets, so maybe that's one reason why he's trying to go over the VP game, because his Soviet players are very, very low in VPs. There's a single capture against him at the moment. Maxim or Captain M42 is going to push forward to try to capture the point. This point is not being captured up. This point will be contested shortly, so it's all comes down to the middle VP or getting this one decaptured. Pioneers could push a little bit farther forward to get the capture. Good flame reverse there onto the guardsmen. And the Panzer IV is advancing as well. Does destroy the sandbags there and receive 2 AT gun shots from these 2 AT guns. Over here we do have the guards riflemen, mostly just entirely those conscript models there. Didn't manage to capture all that point. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. There's still this telemine here. And what? Where does all of his manpower go? I sometimes sort of hard to select anything, but I don't see anything in the build queue. So where did his manpower go? Is that an MG34? No, that's a 42. It's a Pack 40. I don't see any drop MG34. So I'm not sure where his manpower go. He could have got out a Panther. A Panther would probably been a bit better than saying, well, more Panther Trek squads that just got wiped out right there. Because it will allow more mobility to engage the T-3476 and the ISU-152. You can always call him, he needs a bit more munitions for railway artillery. A Panzerwerfer wouldn't be half bad either, just to engage the tank guns allows the Panzer force to push on forward a bit more successfully. Time to put some forward with both these guys. I'm not sure what he's trying to do right now. They will go to flank that. He has they're not anti-prioritized vehicle. Does get receive a hit there. ISU-2 has high explosive rounds equipped. AT grenade, not enough munitions for an AT grenade. Going for a more target onto this Panzer IV. This fall back. I'm a little confused on what just happened there, but successful poke by the Wehrmacht player. And now the Pioneers receiving quite a bit of fire. Needs to fall back with this Panzer IV is definitely on the wrong side of the bush. Pioneer squad does go down. He doesn't need to dogpile on the VPs. He has plenty of VPs to gamble with. He can trade time for resources. Guards Rifleman does receive quite a bit of hits there. And the Pioneer squad, he can't be losing his Pioneer squads. He does not have enough manpower for it. He's a fallback that squad. The T-34-76 squad just, yep, the whole mount took him out. Good hit there, but the other Panzer IV, not the one marked target, received quite a bit of fire as well. He may need to blitz away with both these guys. Now receiving quite a bit of hits there. The extra armor is being very useful. Panzer IV does connect with the T-34-76. What was that? What is this Wehrmacht player doing? Like, he just lost his Pioneers. He just lost, like, it seemed like he just lost everything. He made some really big blunders there. Going for a pair of Pioneers now. ISU-152 says hi. Does get the decapture there, but does get the crude. Ostheer will have a bit of trouble for that 3 guards come in. Both of them like cover as well. Blitzing forward for some odd reason. He's nowhere near a double capture to bleed his opponent's tickets dry. I am not sure what he's doing whatsoever. He's throwing Ostheer like this, and for ultimately nothing. Good hits there, sure, but why is he using Blitz when he is not in a win to win at this moment? T-34-76 pushing way forward. T-34-76 needs to fire 3 hits, 3 pens to tail off both these T-34-76s. Let's find the Pioneer squads. Pioneer rushing on forward. Also trying to capture the points well. And we saw landmines beforehand. And T-34-76 fires a hit there. 1 shot to kill on both. This gun does get a pen there as well. Rolls another bounce there. It's still not good. We got 2 DPs here. There's a PTRS model. Does get a bunch of vehicle off, but it has a line of sight blocker issue. Rolls a miss there. T-34-76 has plenty of health. Now not so much health there. Use Blitz there. Blitz only works if he's moving. It does go down there. Large thanks to the Veteran C3. The PTRS should be able to take out that Panzer IV. Gets main gun destroyed there. And now Panther's on the build queue. There's no way he gets this thing out alive. There's There's no way he gets that thing out alive. I see no landmines in the retreat path. There's no way he gets that thing out alive, right? This VP has been captured, and now has been decaptured. He lost all of his Osttruppen. There's no way he gets this thing out alive. We have a fresh Panther on the field. Another Pioneer squad being deployed. There's a drop PTRS here, which can give... no, not going for a Pioneer. Going for a Panzer Grenadier. I really don't know what's better. Maybe... Honestly, maybe the Artillery Officer. The Artillery Officer is 5 members, rather than 4 members. Should have a lot more health to absorb shots from the ISU 152. Additionally, its coordinations tactics should be able to give the Panther and the Panzer IV some extra rate of fire buffs. It reduces either the reload or cooldown. I think it's a reload for vehicles and the cooldown for infantry. This gun still finds the rear armor of the Panther. Mark target has been pulled out. Armor piercing rounds have been loaded. Good hits there. Armor piercing round fires. Great hit there. And now the T-34-76 could try pursuing. Does not pursue. And those Pioneers are going to have a lot of work in front of them. Panzer IV is still not even fully repaired just yet. And thanks to mark target and the Pinto mount as well, that's going to be continuously spotting. Panzer IV still has his main gun destroyed, so it cannot protect him. In fact, if the T-34-76 fighter shot right then and there, he could have wiped out most of those squads. He's going to have to rely on the arm of the Panther. It so far is panning out for him. The Panzer IV should have been pushed forward to absorb shots. And right now, he has to solely rely on the arm of the Panther. Pioneers getting ripped apart by the Pintos and hull mount, or not Pinto, but the coaxial and the hull mount. Did manage to survive a hit there thanks to repairs, so he managed to keep the Panther alive. No, keep it back. Don't go forward. Repair the Panzer IV first, then the Panther. The Panzer IV is almost repaired up. Tellermine here could have been tripped by the T-34-76, but it decides to retreat back along the road. ISU 152 is showing its rear armor. He should, for those who are still watching, repair the wounded tank, the higher health tank first, rather than the more wounded one, because this can be get into combat almost immediately, while this the Panther is going to be out of combat for quite some time. I wonder if he forgot about the fact that there's a artillery officer available. Oh look, a Panther to run. There is actually working animations for the Panther to roam. It doesn't have any sound effects, but you can make do with some other sound effects. But there is working... the animations of the Panther to roam is fully working. Of the gun, the knockback, as well as the wreckage. I don't think there's a Pinto... I don't think there's any marker for the Pinto, however. Not Pinto, coaxial. Oops, and I hit the ×2 button. My bad. And that's the wrong button. There we go, there's the right button. Good, it's there onto the Ostheer squad. Panzer IV starts making their way forward. We got the T-34-76 Advance getting a good hit there on the Panzer IV. Panther and Panzer IV trying to engage. T-34 is almost down. Panzer IV could use a blitz to avoid some fire. And great, I got another spam botter. Fine, delete that. We do have the ISU 152 push way forward as well. Good hits there onto the AT guns. Panther does have a mark target onto the onto it. Armor piercing rounds are loaded up in the ICU-152. They start angling more of a sideways round to get some shots off. Bounce there as well. Looks like the Panzer IV has gone down right there.
The enemy has only 50 points remaining.
And the good hits there on the Panther. Panther has
Losing supplies to the enemy.
and does get his main gun destroyed there. Large thanks to the button there. And a triple capture, and that should be end of the replay.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
ICU-152 severely wounded, but this game is likely going in favor of the Soviets player. He could threaten this VP there with the Pioneers, but
The enemy is
I don't think it's going to stay around for much longer. Good mortar hit there. Another good hit there as well. And that's the end of the replay. This is Anna Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.